Welcome back to Max Reaction. How are you doing today on this Wednesday, this hump day, this middle of the week? Hope you're doing good. You should be, because we're getting ready to react to the Film Theorists. And this one's Film Theory. Can you sue a superhero? Disney Pixar's The Incredibles. And I'm going to guess you probably can't sue a superhero because they got superpowers. Surely, there's a good chance they might use those superpowers against you if you try to sue them and take their livelihood away. I don't know. When people get sued, sometimes they do crazy things, I would say. Anyway, let's check it out. Let's see if the Film Theorist knows if they can be sued or not. Let's check out his theory. Like right now. Backpack.
Hello, Internet.
Hello.
Welcome to Film Theory.
Love Film Theory.
The hero of your childhood, shooting down your favorite movie franchises and being a bigger tryhard than.
Why you gotta shoot them all down, man?
Much like Pixar, we're going back to The Incredibles. And
love The Incredibles.
Last episode on them, make sure you check it out.
I haven't seen that yet.
In the upper right-hand corner of the screen. I gotta say, it has one of my favorite titles on the channel. Which of The Incredibles is the most incredible? Disney Pixar's The Incredibles.
It's a lot of Incredibles.
Way to ride those search terms, Matt Pat. Anyway,
because you're smart, dude, Matt Pat.
Based on physics, which Incredible is the most powerful. It's really fun. I'll link to it during the end screen so you can watch it after this one. But today we're not calculating laser strength or Violet's power.
What are we calculating?
You know, today we're laying down the law and testing out the incredible superpowers where they really count. The American legal system.
Ah.
Wait, I see your eyes darting to the suggested video.
Now I'm still here, buddy.
American legalese, I need to G to the F-O and watch more dank Star Wars memes. But you're gonna
dank Star Wars memes,
because
that's...
this theory literally changes the entire Incredibles movie based on what would actually happen if heroes like the Incredibles existed in the real world.
That'd be badass if they did.
That know-it-all in the room with your friends when you're watching the sequel. So if you thought a real-world analysis of Willy Wonka's chocolate factory completely changed your...
Haven't seen that one neither. I need to check that out.
Get ready, because we're about to learn...
Teach us, Matt Pat. Teach us.
First, we need a quick recap based on where The Incredibles started when it was released in the Paris Hilton plastic surgery.
Paris Hilton, when she was popular.
It starts by showing us a flashback to the golden years, when supers roamed the streets, stopping crime with reckless abandon. But
yeah, that's what we like.
Halt when one man jumps off a building. Mr. Incredible, being the hero that he is, stops the suicide attempt, but suffers a neck injury in the process. This leads to a lawsuit and a wave of legal action against supers, holding them accountable for all the property damage and injuries.
But you saved his life. You saved his life.
This lawsuit makes the government realize that supers are a huge liability.
It's frivolous.
Super sentiment reaches an all-time high.
Throw it out.
The government actively decides that
frivolous lawsuit.
Supers working in cubicles rather than fighting crime. But is this actually the way that it would play out? Legally,
no.
Off superheroes by suing them out of existence. If you think about it, almost every superhero franchise from the last 10 years has tackled this in some way or another. From the mutant phobias of X-Men to the collateral damage that kicks off Batman's quest against Superman, or even the Sokovia Accords from Marvel's Avengers. So honestly, it's time to put this issue to bed.
Let's put it to bed, Matt Pat.
Stack up against their greatest nemesis of all, the American justice system. Big red flag in this situation is the Good Samaritan Law, a law in the U.S. specifically designed to protect people who are trying to save another person.
There's a law like that? I didn't know that.
Basically, the law says that if you're trying to help, you can't be sued later on.
Boom, it's over.
CPR class, one of the scenarios that they always give you is that you just come across someone who's unconscious, and you have to save them without knowing anything about them, or even whether they need saving. With Good Samaritan laws, you know that as long as you're honestly trying to help,
you don't have to be afraid to be sued to save.
Injuries that you might cause them, like bruising their ribs when giving them CPR, or mistaking someone who's unconscious because they're injured for someone who's just sleeping off last night's party face down in the street.
That'd be horrible. Try to save their life, they're really sleeping.
Actually only has seconds to live. The last thing you want is for a bystander
to think,
hesitate or not help.
Should I, shouldn't I?
Plenty of examples where not having these laws in place is really tragic. In one of the most famous examples from China back in 2006, a man named Peng Yu encountered a woman who'd fallen and broken a bone in her leg. He helped her to the hospital, but then she blamed him for her injury and then sued him.
What?
The court even ruled in her favor.
Are you kidding?
Peng Yu verdict where an innocent man ended up punished for his own...
Shame on you, Peng Yu! Shame on you! Are you serious?
Who are in trouble.
That's ridiculous.
One of the ways that this played out was in 2011 when a toddler was the victim of a hit and run.
Oh my gosh.
It showed that 18 people walked past.
How? How could you?
The girl died in a hospital 8 days later. A survey of Chinese people at the time found that 71% of people thought that the people who passed by were doing so because they were afraid of getting into trouble if anyone stopped.
You saved the kid's life.
This whole opening premise of The Incredibles would just fall apart.
Just get in trouble if it takes to save a life. Whatever.
But there are a couple wrinkles here that might come.
That's ridiculous. There's always wrinkles.
Saving someone from themselves. I mean, if you saw me choking in the middle of a restaurant, you can guess that I'd probably want to finish that bowl of crispy wontons I'm chowing down on. And
come save me.
I'd be grateful if you swooped in to save my life with the Heimlich maneuver. But in the movie, the person who jumps off the building specifically intended to die.
Mr. Sandwich didn't ask to be saved. Mr. Sandwich didn't want to be saved. You didn't save my life. You ruined my death.
So what happens now?
You ruined my death.
You're still in the right to save them.
Yes.
By the Supreme
Hopefully.
Court of Minnesota, quote, there can be no doubt that a bona fide attempt to prevent a suicide is not a crime in any jurisdiction, end quote. And this totally makes sense, especially the more we as a society understand that suicide attempts often stem from mental illness that are out of people's control.
And they really don't want to.
Help, this person may not have wanted to make such a final decision. Because suicide is something you can never take back, it always makes sense to err on the side of saving someone.
And save them.
This means if you restrain someone in a room when they announce that they're going to
Mr. Incredible, you're incredible.
Guilty of kidnapping.
That's all I got to say.
If you tackle them in the air to stop them from jumping off a bridge, you're not guilty of assault. In short, there is no way that anyone trying to prevent a suicide attempt could get sued into hiding, including superheroes. So those of you who secretly have gills and can breathe underwater, or who have some incredible...
How'd you know about that?
Don't let this movie scare you away.
Shame on you for knowing.
Anything, let your crippling embarrassment of your awkward superpower keep you in hiding, fart boy. But...
Fart boy.
We're still missing one huge piece here.
What are we missing?
Again?
Incredibles court losses cost the government millions.
In the movie, there's a crucial distinction. The apartment jumper sues the government, not the super as an individual. And this last twist is where things get really interesting. In the
This
movie,
is
we're
interesting.
told that the supers receive amnesty for their past actions as part of their agreement to go into hiding.
The government quietly initiated the Superhero Relocation Program. The supers will be granted amnesty from responsibility for past actions.
That's
in
cool.
exchange for the promise to never again resume hero work.
But in reality,
I could have never
supers
agreed to
aren't
that,
liable
though.
in the first place. See, the
I'd have to save people as a superhero.
It's a government program and falls under a doctrine in the United States known as qualified immunity, which protects states and private officials from getting sued except in specific cases like discrimination or when they use unnecessary force.
Sounds like nobody can be sued.
Supers working with police that they're a kind of special branch of law enforcement, kind of like the FBI, and they're acting under similar principles.
Wish we had the supers instead of the FBI.
Safety, taking every available action to prevent casualties and so on. So when the jumper sues the supers, he's basically suing a government agency or a branch of law enforcement, which then begs the question, can you even do that?
No!
In modern society, we pretty much take it for granted that you can sue anyone. But for most of U.S. history, you couldn't sue the government at all. Seems fishy, right? Especially
Real
when
fishy.
The government gets involved in some kind of questionable situations from time to time. Everything from the bizarro conspiracies of MK Ultra to the very up-to-the-moment protests around police discrimination.
It does seem really bad that you can't sue the government.
Sovereign immunity, and quite frankly, sounds like something you'd hear coming from King George during the musical Hamilton.
Sounds like a bunch of BS to me.
A sovereign state cannot commit a legal wrong and has immunity both for civil lawsuits and criminal prosecution. If that seems like the government's a little OP for you, well, most of the U.S. agreed and decided back in 1946 to pass the Federal Tort Claims Act, which made it possible to sue the government for damages, negligence,
Boom! Ha ha ha! Take that, government. You lost one.
Isn't incredibly difficult, no pun intended, maybe pun kind of intended. Even in situations we see every day, like a car that gets damaged by police in a high-speed chase, or a window that gets broken in a police shootout, taking the government to task, or more specifically,
They should pay. They cheat us out of enough money.
Damage is still super difficult and costly as a regular citizen or small business. In reality, suing a super for trying to save someone's life, even if they destroy
Ain't happening.
property along
Ain't
the way,
happening,
would be
guys.
almost impossible. So there you go. Based on the laws that exist, it seems like this is a pretty open and shut case. You can't be sued for trying to help someone, even in the case of suicide. Government officials...
But you're gonna throw a wrench in it, aren't you, Matt Pat? You're gonna do it to us.
and
Like you always do.
In short, you can't sue supers into hiding if the case is brought to court today. But remember, this case didn't happen today. It happened during a flashback at the beginning of the movie. A flashback that takes place in 1940.
Oh, I knew you was gonna do this.
Friends, laws evolve over time. It turns out a lot of the things I've mentioned in this video are actually recent developments. Samaritan laws vary by state, with some of the current Good Samaritan laws being enacted as recently as 1996. The Minnesota
pretty recent.
That made it okay to save someone trying to commit suicide, that was passed in 1975.
Still fairly recent.
The Doctrine, 1971. None of the laws that I talked about today were on the books back in 19.
Why'd you tell us about them then?
Lawsuit against Mr. Incredible takes place.
To confuse us. To confuse us.
Right now. Earlier you mentioned that court laws, the ones that let people sue the government, passed in 1946. And yeah, this is totally true.
Flour tortilla laws.
Smart move on Pixar's part. The Incredibles is set just 1 year after the tort laws that allow everyone to sue the government, but before all the laws that went in to protect the supers. I mean, I love this movie already, but the way this situation works out is so much smarter than any of us could have ever realized. The original lawsuit against Mr. Incredible happens in 1947. As soon as us lawsuit-happy private citizens can start suing the federal government, and his suit serves as the first high-profile case of private citizens suing the government for damages.
Wow.
At this point, the government is totally unprepared for a suit like this, which may be happening in an area without enforceable Good Samaritan laws to an agency that isn't protected by qualified immunity.
Oh my gosh, this is looking bad.
The movie directly points to, and the government, without any insurance against lawsuits like this, sees how much the supers program could end up costing them. Their knee-jerk reaction is to shut down the program, which never reopens even after the protecting laws go in place decades later.
Which is a bunch of other shady stuff from the government.
On the part of Pixar, which completely blows my mind based on how thoughtful and detailed it is. It also goes to show how we take laws as being so ironclad in life, but they change so much that what we define as a crime
everything
now
changes in life. Laws, people,
even 20 years.
the way we do things.
You go out and rob your nearest 7-Eleven in the hopes that by the time your case hits the courtroom that theft is no longer a crime, but it is a pretty cool reminder.
It sounds like a bad idea, dude.
Think a bit more critically about whether they should actually be firm rules. And hey, the best news of all, now that we have some decent laws in place, we can revive the Supers program.
Boom!
I think I qualify. Mad Pat, superpower, mind-blowing theories, and the ability to land himself on every conceivable watch list because he just taught everyone that they can sue the government.
Boom! I'm with you, Matt Pat.
In the meantime, remember, that's just a
theory.
A
film theory.
Yeah. It must be nice to be an Incredible with your own set of special abilities that you can use to show off and impress.
Superhero Matt Pat.
Wait a minute. Maybe you don't have to be a superhero to impress your mom at all. Maybe all you need.
I need to watch the second one. I haven't done that yet.
Our partner for today's episode.
All right, that's just an advertisement. But anyway, as I thought, as I predicted at the beginning of my reaction, you cannot sue a superhero nowadays. But for different things. I said because he would release his superpowers and destroy the world. Okay, so maybe there's laws that help him too, I don't know. But we shouldn't be suing people that's trying to save lives. I think it's ridiculous to even leaving that argument open. That's just plain silly. If you're trying to save somebody and you're doing it from your heart and you're just trying to save their life, you can't sue them. Don't sue them. Why would you, like, you're a bad person if you do try to sue them. But as far as the damage of property, this and that, yeah, I think we could sue people for that. And it's ridiculous at some point in time you couldn't sue the government like they're not doing any wrongdoing, because the government probably does the most wrongdoing through different situations, this and that, in my opinion. But that's my opinion. That's a Rodney. That's a Max reaction theory. But it's fact too. Anyway, I'm gonna drop his link down below. Check it out. Subscribe to his channel. He's awesome. Very, very fantastic. Great content. A billion thumbs up. Hit my subscribe button. Become an MRA member, baby. Become the family, the Max Reaction Army. Because we're taking YouTube over one subscriber at a time. Anyway, next time you choose a reaction, choose a Max Reaction. Because we're best in the world, baby. Peace.